R3 is a synthesizer vocoder from Korg, based on the same MMT synthesis engine that powers the almighty Radius. Its dual timbre structure is like having two complete modular synthesizers in one. Each timbre can have two oscillators, two filters, two LFOs, three envelopes, just to name a few elements. So, let's take a tour of the keyboard itself. There are 37 full-sized velocity-sensitive keys with octave up and down buttons to extend that range even further. There are pitch bend and modulation wheels, and above that are audio controls for your two audio inputs. Speaking of inputs, there's an XLR jack right on the front panel where you can plug in the included gooseneck mic. This lets you get to the vocoder right out of the box. You have arpeggio controls right next to that. And then a category dial, which lets you select from 16 different categories of sound. Each category has 8 presets. If you want the sounds of the Wayback Machine, we have vintage bass, lead, and poly categories to take care of you. Now over on the right side of the keyboard is where the magic really happens. There are 4 real-time multifunction control knobs. Each one of these knobs has segmented bright green LEDs around it, so you always know exactly where they're set when you call up a new program. The 5th knob decides what these 4 multifunction controls are doing, and the 5 bright backlit LCD screens always tell you exactly what you're tweaking. So let's have a listen to a few of these bass sounds. Beware, the R3 is capable of shredding any subwoofer it comes across. Let's check out a vintage bass. One of the coolest features is the multi-mode filter. Usually, you have to pick among low-pass, bandpass, or high-pass filters, but now, with the R3, you can actually blend smoothly between those responses using a knob. So you can sweep the cutoff and resonance, and sweep the type of filter that you're using. There's a true unison mode on the R3 that really fattens up bass sounds as well. Lead sounds are crisp and pure, thanks to the ultra-low aliasing oscillators. Did you know the R3 can talk? With formant synthesis, one of the many different ways in which the R3 can generate sound. The R3's pads are thick and juicy. They're especially powerful because the R3 can play 8 voices at once. The amp section on the R3 contains a wave shaping and drive circuit that you can use to add some serious grit to your tone. To get this kind of synthesis power out of a standard analog synthesizer, you'd need a whole wall full of modules and yards of different cables. The R3 gives 6 virtual patch cables that you can use to connect one element to another. Suppose you're tweaking the filter cutoff, but you'd like it to happen automatically. You can link that to a low-frequency oscillator. Use a knob to scroll to the virtual patch page, set the source to LFO1, and the destination to cutoff. When you raise the intensity, you'll hear the effect. Now for some truly brain-bending modulation, head to the LFO page and adjust the frequency. R3 has a great programmable arpeggiator that you can use to add motion to your sounds. The arpeggiator is great for animated synth lines and basses, but when you get both timbres involved, it does a lot more than you might expect. Now, it's easy to run out of hands when you're playing a synthesizer like this. Fortunately, Korg has you covered. You can use a mod sequence to record a knob movement or effect an automatic tweak in the synth as you're playing. So you can turn this into this. You can also use mod sequences for pitch changes. Of course, half the fun of playing the R3 is digging into its 16-band vocoder, and you can use the included gooseneck mic to get to the vocoder right out of the box. This vocoder can actually record 7.5 seconds of that formant data in real time, and then you can play it back using the keys. Listen to the futuristic sounds of R3. Once you've captured the sound in there, you can use it by itself or layer it with another timbre for something much more complex. On the back of the R3, there's a USB port that provides MIDI connectivity to a PC or Mac. We include editor librarian software that gives you point-and-click access to every single synth parameter. You can click and drag your LFOs or envelopes until they're the exact shape that you want. You have visual control over your arpeggiators, mod sequences, vocoder bands. You can even analyze and modify formant motion data right from within the editor. We've only just begun to scratch the R3's surface. There's a whole galaxy of sounds waiting to be squeezed out of this dynamic little synth. If you can imagine a sound, you can create it here. Please, play responsibly and always exercise modulation. Thanks for watching.